When I first started officiating, I really had no expectations or major goals of where I wanted to go with officiating. I knew that I wanted to do varsity basketball. Once I got to varsity basketball, I got to the next step of wanting to work Division III. But going back to high school, I was very fortunate. I had a lot of mentors, a lot of people in the area that helped me out. Getting into the officiating is, one, it kept me within basketball because I no longer play basketball. Once I started officiating, I haven't picked up a basketball or shot a basketball in 10 years. So it keeps me in the game. I mean, I've met a lot of people that have become, friends to this day that I would have never met if I never would have started officiating. My message for fellow officials during the Gratitude Week is, thank you for your time. I think people don't realize that someone working elementary ball or middle school ball or high school ball, even the lower level colleges, it's not going to be our full-time job. We're human beings. We are taking time from our day to go officiate. A lot of people work 8-hour jobs, then they go officiate. Sometimes people forget that, like I said, we're human. We have families that we're taking the time to be away for to go officiate your son or daughter's game. Hopefully respect us with that, we're going to give you our best. We are going to sometimes make mistakes. We know that, but we're doing something that's going to make us retire off officiating. We're doing something that we love to do and want to be a part of the game. From when I started in 2010, and even over the past couple of years, the amount of officials is decreasing. And on the other side, I think the amount of games is increasing because I'm seeing AAU basketball is more and more in the summer, and now I'm even starting to see AAU basketball in the winter. So you're asking more and more officials who, I know when we first started, you may do 3 games in a row. We're getting to the point now that I've seen guys are doing rec leagues where they're doing 9 games in a row. It is very tough to do that amount of games and to be on point every single game. Parents just understand, especially like in these AAU settings, you may have the 7 o'clock game and that official might be on his 7th game of the day. Like, there's gonna be some things they may miss. They, may not be able to make it full. And then going to the PIAA level, I know in the past couple years that officials have worked both the JV and the varsity game, or they've worked a freshman game at one school and then driven to a varsity game on another school. It's becoming a lot. We're hurting for officials, and we do need to get more and more people if possible. So the process to become official is you find your local chapter. Each area has their own chapter. For instance, Reading has their own chapter, Harrisburg has their own chapter, Lancaster has their own chapter. You get in touch, they sign you up, you have to get background checks. You have to take a test and pass that test. And then I know as far as Harrisburg is they have with multiple classes, but it actually helps you prepare for the test. Once you pass the test, then you get your PIAA patch and you can start working. It's up to you how much you want to work. You can be available every single day and possibly get games, or you could be available Friday and Saturday and possibly do games. You're an independent contractor, so it's kind of up to you how much you want to work. Obviously, the more that your assigners respect you and the more people that you work for, the more games you're going to get. Like I mentioned, it's not everybody's full-time job. There's not a lot of side jobs where you can go and make 25 an hour or 50 an hour and work multiple games. So I know some people use the money to spend it on bills. I know some people use it as their vacation trip each year. But it is nice to always have a little extra money on the side. I said the benefit is, you are part of the game, and I'm not a big workout person on the side, but I'm getting paid to go work out because I'm running up and down the court, so it keeps you in shape and keep you healthy. The Harrisburg chapter has worked with Penn State Harrisburg to try to recruit some officials, whether it's their intramural leagues. We've tried to talk to different high schools. I think that's where we need to start. A lot of the officials in the area, I guess I'd say for the Harrisburg area, we are getting older or have moved on, so we need to keep recruiting young players. So going to the high schools and trying to recruit people there, going to different colleges, trying to recruit there, I think would be a good way for us to bring more people in. The easiest way to get started as a referee, a young person, or you could be a parent, you could just go up to an official, after the game and ask them how they started. You could get on the PIAA website and they could tell you what your local chapter is. Like I said, I think the easiest, if you're at a game, your son or daughter's game, and you go up to official after a game and just ask them, hey, who do I contact about officiating, how do I start? Or getting on the PIAA website would be your 2 easiest things. When you do work for the PIAA, as I mentioned, you do get affiliated with a chapter. Each chapter has a president, a vice president, a treasurer, and then different board members that help navigate the process. We have an interpreter who teaches the rules, each area does. It's just, you're an independent contractor, you can work as much as you want. If you want to work every single day, you can keep your availability open and work as many games as possible. If you just want to have specific days that you want to do that, you can do that as well. I've always said in general, I wish that all the rules were the same. all the way down, I think it would make it easier from NBA to college and high school. There's always little tweaks. I know that that may never happen. Two things that I would like in high school, I know some people like, some people don't. I think having a shot clock work in college, having a shot clock in high school would be great. Now I understand that there's the money component of it, of people being able to get shot clocks into their gyms, and which may not happen. One thing I do think that could happen is I do like the restricted arc in college. I wish the high school area would have that, where players are trying to take player control fouls underneath the basket. The restricted arc in college, if people aren't aware, is if you are taking a charge and you're standing in that area, it's an automatic block. I think it does make it easier for the officials. So, and it's not a huge cost. It's just putting a line inside, 4 feet outside, or 3 feet outside the rim. I think it'd be a good rule change.
Hey guys, my name is Blake Hamilton. If you want to see more hometown athletes, coaches, or trainers, subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out Findaballer.com. Thanks for watching.